Going to hit the bench. M3 not going to see
Alright,
the champion.
back. What we
Dade
learned
is
from
such a
picks
good
and
rider.
bans.
You know, we've seen it have
This is
mixed success
game
in the mid
2
lane,
of
but one make
M3
work
versus
would be Dade.
OMG.
The ability to flex with
Right now we're
Ludwig
doing
lacking
the
to playmakers,
bans.
the likes of Rai,
Also,
Danny a little bit as
last
well
game
up
we
top
saw
lane.
OMG come out with a
Just
strong pick
never
comp, and the
expect M3 to be
biggest
able
thing
to
was
get
having that Nautilus ult
well,
when
Victor is gonna be taken off the board as well.
M3
Gonna
had the
get rid of that one.
Kassadin. It was
And M3, we'll see what they decide
not
to take
that
away
good
for
for the
their final
Kassadin because
ban.
Nautilus just ulted him and he died in
With
the team
SMLC
fight, and then it was just a Sivir
considering a Kalista,
versus
of course,
a
they
triple
banned on
threat
the red
comp.
side
And
last time.
they had
They
no
stand to
real
get rid of it
chance.
from
M3
Uzi,
had no
but I
real
don't know
chance
whether
as soon
OMG
as
will
that
be that
happened. They had a
keen to
good
get
picks
rid
and some
of
good fights,
Kalista, and
but
we'll see whether M3 are prepared. I still think
now we're going into the
yeah,
second
well,
game.
so too.
Let's see what we're getting into
away
this
from
second
Sun. This
game.
is something that you expect him to do to Sun. Just continually ban supports that he's playing.
I don't like
that he
that
can play
TF
something
there,
else from a
Nautilus
very
ban. That's
muted
good.
position.
They
Yeah.
ran into a lot of issues with that, and I think Dade probably wants to be playing Assassins.
Still waiting quite
So,
some time is OMG.
at least that's the feeling I got from one game.
Sun could reinvent himself this
Just one.
late in a split
Alright,
to become
how do we do
the
this? First
support
picks.
player they need. They've been through
So,
so many support players. Yeah.
I'm expecting like a triple
Cloud,
threat
you
again
know,
from
even had a
OMG
stint
because
down
Goon
there.
usually
Amazing as well. Amazing. Now San
is pretty strong as a
SLC's gonna lock in the
top
Kalista
laner,
for the first pick here for
and
M3.
triple threat's
Go going.
really
Go
good.
straight
Yeah, look at
back
that.
to
That's a
Rumble
rumble.
if he wants to. Hovering it
Rumble
already.
again. That's
Loveling
definitely coming
considering
through.
the
Reflex of
considering
Rek'Sai.
that Elise ban for the third time round.
Wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw.
I am fully expecting Rumble Rek'Sai.
Maokai
They could do
to see
Aurelia,
if he
but
could get on top
if you have
of
Rumble, why?
SMLC.
Why would you ever do anything else?
the Kalista. Also, wouldn't be
Um,
surprised if we saw him go Hecarim. for the
Hecarim
exact same
is
reason.
not.
I want to be able to single
No,
out
Hecarim.
Kalista if they can. Braum is being hovered now for San.
Braum. Okay.
That is their priority. So still saving.
That's
the
not-
solo lanes.
Cool's gonna play Yasuo. So double knock up, double shield, such a fantastic
That's not, like,
comp in the
terrible.
current Metin Go Going's already
Although-
proven that he is a great.
I really think the
Rumble
Rumble should have been picked up.
That rounds out the comp.
Having
very
that
nicely, Atlas.
Triple pressure
Throwing
is
it
going to be
early
really,
in the
really,
champion
really
pick.
good.
You
And also-
certainly
I
are.
know. But
I think
I
80
have
carries
a
should be picked
feeling.
before supports.
A bit of an
Supports,
inkling sport.
there's so many different
Well,
utilities and
back
different
to his
play
roots,
styles
Lee
you
Sin
can
being
get from a
hovered.
support. Where an 80 carry,
Make a lot
you're
of
going to be
sense if
auto
Love City
attacking.
was to
And
lock in the Thresh, of
a
course.
few are better
most
one way or
impressive
another,
duo
but there's
lanes,
not
Kalista
diversity
Thresh.
there.
My
Whereas there's
opinion, very
tons of
early on
diversity
in
with
the piece
support,
was
and
Candy
tons of
City.
different ways you
Certainly
can
was.
counter or
They
boost your own team
really
comp.
took it to people who used to
Once you
take,
know a few more picks
the-
than the enemy.
The
Krogs.
Grom first, yeah.
Mid
and
laners,
they
of
just go
course,
into
the
lane,
only
get
lane
level
that has
2,
to
and then
lane, so
ignore
you
creeps and
really
try
want
and
them
kill
to
people
pick
under turret.
last.
But it will become
if
these
you
Lee
can.
Sin and Dade locking
Alright.
away Thresh for Love
Lee
City,
Sin,
so
Thresh, that's pretty cool.
Both solo lanes still to be picked here.
A
for
lot
Thresh
of early game aggression
and
coming through from M3 with the pick so far. And
So
you're right,
Lee
solo
Sin's gonna
lanes,
give
they
this
normally do leave
disengage
until last.
kind
They
of
like to have at
engage
least one counter pick.
thing. It's really good. They got pick
and
with
they really like to
Thresh,
do that.
engage with the
Uzi's gonna walk
Kalista
away the
ult,
main one more
Thresh.
time. We've seen it a lot.
M3's
He's
got
going
a
to be
really
the
nice
Maokai,
comp coming
so
out right now.
OMG.
Whereas
Nice little
OMG,
knockouts.
OMG's fallen under
Yeah, I know.
the
There's still
M3
definitely a lot of
issue
knockouts.
that they just ran into
Maybe
the
a
last
little bit
game.
Too much physical damage
Oh
with that
my
is what they would
God.
go with Atlas.
Could be a good point. Of course,
Like,
a lot of
why?
true from Vayne, but you're right. The focus
Okay, it's
is
really gonna
largely
depend
that.
on the mid
AD
laner
if Cool was to go
of
the route of the
OMG,
Yasuo. Dade
But
could
we
do it,
mentioned the fact that
because they got
SMLZ
Braum.
is
Did they have,
so
who
important
has,
to tie down
it was
right now,
Alistar.
and
I like Braum
having
more than
a
Alistar
Maokai
for
being able to do
the
that
dual threat with
Yeah.
just
Maokai.
means that whatever Cool plays, you expect him to maybe
Although
play an
I
assassin.
would probably prefer a
this
Thresh
game.
there for more pick.
It's going to mean that they're able
Yeah.
to get on top of the AD
Having
carry
pick's
and
good,
lead
especially if your
relatively
dual
early
threat
in the
pick
team
is
fight.
huge.
Yeah, that was
They're more of
you
an
just saw on your
engage.
screen. Considering the Nah actually has had some fantastic games on the champion. Dade thinking about the Vladimir.
Flat. I don't like
What
the
they're going to go with
flat.
the big wombo
Whoa,
combo. We've seen this time and
jeez.
time again out of Masters 3.
Alright,
Being able to
alright.
get a Hemo Plague over the top of someone like
Vlad.
Lupus Nah. He loves Frozen Mallet
Oh,
on the
yeah.
champion. Would not be surprised to see him pick it up in the laning phase.
Alright, so this is
Means that
good
there's
team
just
comp
going
right
to be
here.
a ridiculous
think.
amount
Well,
of AoE damage. If they
they
ever
don't
get
have
a
any
wombo
poke.
combo into the
Their
range,
poke is really bad.
Condi with
The
a
pressure's
big
rather
Lee Sin
neutral.
kick. That
They have
is
some good
so
pick,
much to deal
some
with,
good
and
engage
Dade
combos
looks
off
really
of
honed
these,
in right now.
He
off
looks
of
scary,
Kalista,
Spawn.
Lee Sin, and
Really
Thresh.
scary.
Gnar can always hop
It's
in.
cool. considering what he wants to
Vladimir
take
is
into
just
Dade's
a damage.
Vladimir. We saw it go
like-
completely to town.
I don't want to say
on
machine,
Xiaohu's
but he's
Jace.
really
done
he's like a
pretty crazy things on the
tanky sort of
champion, but cool. Had
usefulness.
a decent game on Azir, maybe not necessarily the team fighting games
OMG,
we
this
would
I really like
like,
Azir.
but
Oh, that was
other
good.
than that, everything was fine. He's
Alright.
going to lock it
Azir.
in one more time.
So Cool's throwing down the gauntlet. The first person that did this to Dade was Rookie, and he took his turret at 9 minutes. Azir has a very good laning phase
So
against Vladimir. Should be able to bully him around early. The reason being
let's go
is
right
that
into
Cool
this
shoved
pressure.
easily into turret.
The Azir,
Dade has to
his
spend a
auto
lot of
attacking
health
minions
if
at
he wants to
800
keep the
range
Tides
gives
of Blood
just
stacked up
unprecedented
there.
pressure across the
So
board.
he does get shoved around a little bit
And
early
we're talking
game,
just like
and Cool with, I guess, the Loveling
if you're
Loveling's Rek'Sai in his
like
back
the range
pocket
that
will
you're
be
going
able
to be
to
doing
stay
damage
nice and
to.
aggressive.
So
Again, expecting
Azir
the lane
definitely
swap out,
wins with this
expecting
pressure.
a lot of OMG, expecting a lot of
Engage.
focus into the mid lane area.
Actually, I'm leaning towards
Pressure on
pretty
Cody and
neutral.
Love to
M3
be
has
able to
like
challenge and help
these
Dade
fast
out.
engages
Something that we
to
see often. Dade
catch
very
one or two
aggressive
people
mid
out,
laners,
which is
but
what they
generally
need
get first
because
blood for that
OMG
reason.
only has
Not
Azir
much
and Vayne as
need,
their primary damage. So
sorry, jungle support.
if they
help
can
coming
catch
into his lane.
Vayne,
Yeah,
if
true,
they
and we'll
can
see whether
kick
OMG
back
can play,
Vayne and do
you
anything
know, a little
like
bit
that,
differently now with more
that's
going to
be
comp,
very
considering
effective.
The Vayne and the Azir probably
But
be more the only damage
the
threats,
other
with
side,
Maokai running around just being more of a
Maokai,
soak rather than anything else.
nah, they really don't
Probably
have
a
an
little bit more
engage.
likely to get some damage done in these fights,
The
depending on what it is, especially if he wants to build.
We see
dash
double
in
offensive
with
items out of LPL Nars all the time with the Black
with
Cleaver
his
and the
ultimate
Frozen Mallet.
is
Then
an
from there, you
engage,
only need raw
but
defensive stats
Vayne
like
doesn't
Azor
have
now. That's
anything.
gonna be our top lane
Rek'Sai and
matchup.
Maokai are
Lufa
both
versus Gogoing, Nar
they're both the
versus Maokai.
pseudo
Yeah,
engage
Cody
where
versus
they
Loveling there
run
as
in
well.
first
Loveling
and then
looking most
CC
definitely ready to
after
fight with that particular
versus
pose, and look, mid lane matchup going to be
like
Dade
hooks and
taking
sort of
on
things like
Cool,
Nautilus
and
where he
both
throws
of
his
these
hook
mid
and
laners
it
definitely
CCs
looking
first
like
and then
they're
pulls him
ready
in. Same with Thresh, it
to get
CCs
down
first then pulls
business.
him in. Versus
Dade
Rek'Sai,
do
which
take
tunnels
over the
first,
glass
then
in that
CCs,
particular
and
pickup.
Maokai,
Both
which
AD carries with
yeah,
their
he
arms
closes the
up.
gap with
Pretty
Twisted
right
Advance,
right
but
now.
he's moving
Much
towards
better
them
pose
first, and
right
that
there.
time
Well, I
difference
don't know
is
whether it's better.
that
You're not gonna
matters.
make many friends
It
looking like that.
matters.
You've seen him
A
smell
lot of
that
time
bit
to
like that.
I
I
have seen
have
make
AD
decisions.
on
So
Thresh
we're gonna
against
engage
the
to them, pressure to them. It's very similar to the first game.
But yes, no, Uzi looks intimidating is
The
all I
engage
meant to say
though,
there,
I don't
Spawn.
think is as
And look,
useful.
let's hop onto the rift.
So poke and heal. So they have no poke at all. And that's going to be a problem. Especially when you're at a pressure disadvantage. Because if you don't have pressure, usually you want to stall them with poke. But if they don't have any poke, then they don't.
Gonna be on your blue side.
And they don't have any pressure, it's going to be. You get pushed back faster. Because usually you can. Pressure isn't
Everyone is spotted.
strong enough to like really take down a tower very fast. And usually you can poke and delay with the pressure. You poke at the right time, send your spells to the right spots to like clear the waves and things. But if you don't have that poke and you don't have that pressure, probably your whole base is just going to collapse rather instantly. By instantly, I mean within the first 20 minutes. I expect them to take a lot of turrets early, but then again, we have the pick here. OG has 0 pick. And of course, right now, I put a lot of emphasis on pick, because pick is the simplest way you're going to win a game. It's the simplest way you're going to kill the enemy and win the game. So against the best teams, it's not as important, but against second tier teams, it can win you games. So engage obligation, OMG has poke and pressure. They don't ever have to engage. They can just push it M3 back all the way. And yeah, M3 needs to engage. They don't have as good as an engage this time though. That's sort of the big thing. But they do have pick. So fight split. M3, I guess they could split. They don't have much mobility for the split push, but it's nothing particular. Just Maokai and Gnar. I don't think there's gonna be too advanced splitting. Like in the last game, the Castle was pretty good at split pushing. So the fight. Now we're gonna have to take a second here to really think about how a fight would play out between these two teams. There we go. So who would the primary targets be? M3, Vladimir, and Kalista, and Cool and Vayne. So Braum has some good protection, I believe, from Kalista. He can keep them secured while they poke down damage. He can also probably block the Thresh hooks. And Gogo and Loveling, they'll be able to mess with them. Lock down the Kalista from moving. They gotta watch out for Lee Sin and Gnar. These guys are gonna be an issue. I don't know. But they outrange them, so they can kite back and try to deal with them while they're trying to engage and probably get Uzi or Cool. OG has all the pressure. I like OMG's chances. Simply because of the kite back. Since they have the pressure and the poke, they can just kite back and disengage with Azir. M3 can't actually get in there and do the damage. Even if they get a good engage, they're going to need to get a perfect engage, Mambo combo, Gnar, Kalista ult, Vladimir ult on top. And then probably a Lee Sin kick to finish off one of the carries back into Kalista.
Make sure that Dade can set up a similar freeze, and then send 3
so they're actually
towards the top lane.
They're both kind of similar.
Means that Dade will be able to bully Lupa
in terms of fight.
Vane's a very good
so we might see some good fights, but M3 has to engage and
see right now doing a great job.
It's gonna be tough. But simply because of this pressure poke and this pressure and poke advantage, I'm going to give it to OMG. But due to the pick, I think M3 actually, I feel like they have a. This game's gonna look a lot worse for M3 at the start, I'm pretty sure. But they actually have a higher chance of winning this than the last game. I want to put it at like 60% OMG. But yeah, and OMG has come out better. There's not much. Okay. So that's that. That's the end. And bottom line, 60% OMG. I want to talk more about the fight.
Now 4 members
But
strong.
it's tough. OMG has a tougher fight, unless they simply cut back.
After it, Lupa bounces over the top. They get the hyper proc as well. Love City. Oh my goodness. Not going to be able to get there. The teleport comes in on top of the tunnel.
Oh my god. This volume was way too loud. Oh, whatever. Well, we'll just end it here. I won't talk about the fight anymore.